audio podcast, and in the
Yeah.
background, I've been setting up YouTube. So we're going live eventually.
Okay. Right on.
We're
That's
like
cool.
we're on. Well, you know what? That's very Eight of Pentacles as well.
Yeah, we're gonna repeat this shit. Okay, I think we're
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So yeah, the Eight of Pentacles is about repetition. It's about doing the same thing over and over again. It's about repeating yourself. It's about being redundant. It's working. It's that pattern recognition that Michael Jordan did when he shot basketballs, because he shot it from his driveway thousands of times and figured out the muscle memory to make a shot thousands of times, so that when he was on the court, it was no big thing because he'd been doing that same shot 1,000 times. So that's in a nutshell what the Eight of Pentacles is. Have a good day.
You know, I did say I have to keep it short, but not that short.
Hilary, oh Hilary, what card do you have for us? There's Jamie's. There's the
No,
right.
this is just the normal one. I figured I should have been putting it up with the repetition, but I'll just hold it up a few extra times here for that
Yeah,
repetition.
yeah. I mean, it's a card like I like to think of it. I mean, again, it's context is very important when you see it in a reading. Yep. So Jamie's got it held up next to the strength card, which is the 8. If you choose to see strength as the number 8 in the major arcana, I know that some people have a switchies between the 8 and the 11 for strength and justice. So if you do see the strength card as number 8, there's the comparison there with 8 of Pentacles. I see it as the card of the craftsperson. Also, I think it's very funny that I have a ton of work that I need to do today, and we're recording on the Eight of Pentacles, because sometimes it shows up and it's just like, just nose to the grindstone and do the work and be the consummate professional that you know yourself to be, you know. And that is, I like that you did the comparison to, you know, that repetition, because it's just like, listen, you're not going to be good at something right out of the gate. Yes, there is something to be said for natural talent, but through the repetition that's how you get good. That's how you go from, you know, novice to mastery.
Yeah. And I think that it's a really cool card to show people who are learning tarot, because I like are teaching people who are learning tarot, which is why I love doing this podcast, because we have a bunch of new learners that listen to our podcast. And I
I'm
want
nodding
them to
behind the
look at the
card going,
Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Yeah. I want them to look at the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and see that he doesn't look unhappy. This guy's just doing his job, right? And he clearly loves it because he's already made 7 of them, and he's working on the 8th. And they're all a little different, and he's putting his time in equally with them. And the more you do it, the better it gets.
which is why I liked bringing out the strength card, because it takes discipline to do this.
Yeah.
It takes
Yes, it does.
a lot of inner, you know, for any project, or even resting or healing. Hint, hint. You know, you've got to have some discipline. You've got to have some strength. You got to have that fortitude to be able to repeat things over and over and over again until it's better or more. Like for readings, for tarot stuff, you build a lexicon of meanings, you know, and that only comes through time and working everything out and just playing, you know, in a way.
That's so well said. I like that, the lexicon of meanings that you go through, because it's true. You start out with the Ace of Wands being the Ace of Wands, and then you end up with it being big dick energy. You know, you go through an evolution with the Ace of Wands.
We don't start with the big dick energy.
No, we end up there though. And
although
and
Melissa came out of the womb with big dick energy, so you know she's the exception to, you know, everybody.
That's kind of true and also funny as hell. But like if you look at, okay, so I use the Magical Hours Pentacle, which is a really cool surreal deck that uses flowers and on the times that they bloom, depending on the suit. I know. And this one worked on 6 little discs, and that 8th one is turning out to be a fox that comes out of the picture.
No fox given, and you know,
Gosh, I wonder why Melissa likes
fox.
it so much.
Fox given.
So she's got her discs up there, her 8 discs up there, but it's showing her painting, and the painting that she did came to life. She finally got it to the point where it could be magic. you know, and that's why we practice things. Let me read the thingy for the Eight of Pentacles. Midday plants. So this is a sunflower. So it's got two of my favorite things in it. Repetition does not always equate to boredom. In the Eight of Pentacles, we discover this insight. It is the card of one who is learning with dedication and attention to detail. So they're learning with dedication and learning with attention to detail. That's a big deal. It is also about the ability to learn the basics of a craft or skill in order to make it our own and then give it our personal imprint. Like someone learning to write and going through very standardized cursive before arriving at their own unique handwriting. Here we encounter someone who is learning an art form one day at a time, be it a physical discipline, a state of mind, or another philosophy. It is surely something that will change them and to which they will offer their own personal creative take. In the card, the craftsperson and the artist coexist, like the skill and the inspiration needed to make your vision a reality.
I love that because it's
I
so
do
damn
too.
true.
Really well written. This is by Fabiana Belmonte, did the illustrations, and it's written by Cecilia Lattari.
That's how I
But
would
it's
pronounce
really
it.
pretty.
What I
It's a really
love
good deck.
is that inclusion of magic. That Eight of
Yes.
Pentacles, because I always try and find the weird shit, and that card has the weird shit. It's got the
Yeah, it
sunflowers
does.
having the two, discs, but she's not even focused on any of this. She's focused on the fox, that making magic portion. No fox is given for anything else in her surrounding, but she's blending her magic. She's
Yeah.
focusing on that. And I love that idea that, like, people, I used to say, practice makes perfect. No, practice makes better, because perfection is a lie. But I love this idea of practice makes magic.
Practice makes magic. That's a good name for the episode, Jamie.
Okay, I'll add that on.
She's so clever.
While Jamie is adding that on, I picked my favorite Eight of Pentacles, because I do my homework late.
You did your homework yesterday. You were better than any of us.
So I'm choosing the Light Seer's Tarot, Eight of Pentacles, because I think it goes very well with that sense of magic, but also getting into a flow state as well. So I'm gonna just hold it up here,
Yes, that's a good one.
since I can't freaking find where I put my Light Seer's Tarot, because
That's all right. Store-bought is fine.
But it's about, mastering a skill, craftsmanship, patience, determination, but also Chris Ann wrote about this. But it is Chris Ann, right? Light
Yes.
Seers?
Yeah.
Chris
Oh
Ann?
yeah,
Okay.
Chris
Chris
Ann.
Ann
You
Donnelly.
love Chris
Yeah, yeah.
Ann.
Many moons and many nights she has worked on this, learning the herbs, the plants, the mixtures. She mixes her potions and blends her oils. She's so immersed in her love for this life that there are days when she finds full flow, full zen in the zone. She creates and creates some more. Some would say she does it with the skill of a master herbalist, but she knows that her energy is not quite there, not yet, but that she is close. She can already work in this field and make a living and heal. She smiles, immersed in her craft, and she breathes in the moonlight and breathes out its magic, charging up her crystals and her teas and setting up for another day of focused exploration and practice. So I think it's kind of like a little bit autobiographical in a way, or almost like a self-portrait of Chris Ann at their desk. And like, look, we've got the side-by-side comparison right there between the
nice.
traditional RWS.
Is that an app?
No,
That's a website.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So here's their
lightseerstarot.com.
Yeah. That website also has a pick a card, and I went ahead and did that, and I picked the
it's so
words,
pretty.
apparently.
I love it.
It's so pretty, and I'm just like, and very convenient for someone that's looking for a damn Lightseer's Tarot physical copy and can't freaking find it right now. But like, notice how the Eight of Pentacles in this particular card, it's pentacles, but it's also the moon phases.
Lunar phases.
That's
Very
so
nice.
cool.
And we have 8 lunar phases, so it's perfectly matched to the idea, again, this idea of magic. Practice makes magic.
And another part of the Light Seers, especially the guidebook that I really like, is every single card has an affirmation that goes along with it too. And for this particular card, the Eight of Pentacles, is with loving determination, I persevere and become the person I long to be.
Ouch.
All right.
Oh.
And on that note, that's amazing. That's amazing because we never really point that craftsman view on ourselves. You know, we are a work of art too. And the more we practice getting good at the things we love, and the more we practice being a good person and taking care of people that we love and taking care of ourselves, the better we get at it.
So
You know?
Yeah.
our good friend Nat, the horse witch, is in, says good morning, and
Morning,
Nat
Nat.
says, "This is my favorite Eight of Pentacles. When I first got light seers, I went through every card and chose that card to represent myself."
Oh, awesome. Oh, I
So-
got the chills.
Yeah, good timing for like Melissa, reminding us that, it's not everybody else, it's us too,
Mhm.
And I know that I've been especially hard on myself lately in kind of pushing that Eight of Pentacles line. The other thing I like about Chris Ann's website or the book is that she has questions at the bottom for everybody to answer. So that's all. I love journaling questions. Like I wrote one down for me today. What is my system asking me to heal?
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Which
Oh,
is
so
what I'm
so
dealing
the
with.
do you want me to say those questions for the Eight of Pentacles? Because I've got them right here.
Sure, go
Oh.
for it.
So, how are you showing up consistently in your life or in your relationships that proves your dedication to your chosen path? What are you mastering right now? And what skill would help you get to the next level? And it's okay to be imperfect and to teach, lead, or show up fully. Okay, I'm gonna cry. Do you stop yourself from doing what you want because you're not enough, imperfect, or still growing? Wow, that's like hitting me real bad right now because I'm teaching, I'm doing a tapping like right after this on imposter syndrome. So I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
No,
Yeah.
don't look at me, damn cards.
And you know
Don't
what?
make me
It's
insane.
also
This is
it's
bullshit.
also okay to cry. Like, I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of crying lately, but the fact that, Hillary started crying on that last, comment, it's poignant, I mean, it
Mhm.
hits, it's, the cards are a mirror for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And, like when we pull things, like I jokingly said, I pulled the 10 of Swords from Chris Ann's deck just on a whim. I wanted to see how that worked. But, that rings true for everything I'm going through as well. But yeah, I mean, yeah, cry through the work, and do it anyway.
So cry and do it anyway. You can cry, but do it anyway.
I've been telling a lot of people, I'm doing it. I'm doing it sad, or I'm doing it with tears, and that's how
Yeah.
I'm kind of noodling through life.
Sometimes
Yeah.
if you're focused enough and things have sucked bad enough, that will be your lubrication. Tears will be the way that you do it. You're like, fuck it. Let's
Yep.
ball. You know what I
Do it
mean?
scared, do it scared, do it angry, do it happy, do it, excitedly, do it anxiously, whatever
But
you're
do it
feeling,
anyway.
do it. Yeah, just do it, as
I would like to be
the
sitting with
shoe brand says. So this is my triple goddess tarot. And while I like the idea of, the a merchant style, I wanted to bring more back to craft, because crochet, knitting, doing any craft, especially fiber crafts,
witchcraft.
takes a lot of time. Like here we even have pentacles being, kind of sewn into the blanket that this figure is, producing, with all the pentacles on the wall, but craft, even craft stuff, like I'm terrified of doing amigurumi for crochet because it requires counting and stitch markers, and it takes me like a week to do something that they claim takes a day to do. But I do it anyway, because I want to learn that and have fun with it. So, again, more into that. But I chose the Trick or Treat Tarot by Barbara Moore and Jonathan Hunt because I wanted something different, and all the stores have Halloween stuff up. It's August, everyone. Got to get your Halloweeny stuff up. But I love that we have the non-Disney version of Cruella, DeVille, not trademarked, and they are painting kids to look like the Dalmatians. So even
That's
this,
some dark shit, man.
Yeah, this is kind of like the evil, an evil, version of that Eight of Pentacles, almost
It's the
cheating.
Grimm's, it's the Grimm's fairy tales version of Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I got to paint these fake dogs, and I'm gonna take them out and I don't know, walk them or something. I also love that one.
My brain went
Fem
somewhere else.
has the blue hair, and I'm like, I miss my blue hair, so I'm gonna say that's me being silly and stuff. But again, there's some irreverence with the 8 quote unquote Dalmatians here. The kids, they're watching, learning, and having fun, or at least some of them are. While the knockoff is painting dots.
Mm.
And practicing.
Recommended viewing. Watch the Emma Stone version of Cruella,
Ooh,
because it's
that
more
was
of a
good.
yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, it's very good.
And
So,
that feels very Eight of Pentacles-y too, that
what is
movie.
this style? This is like dark cottage-core, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
Dark Cottage Core for the Magical Hours deck. And the Trick or Treat Tarot is just fun. It's got
It is.
so much pop culture reference in it that you'll recognize the movies, you'll recognize the fairy tales that are in there, or some of the other subtle things, and you can draw upon those the pop culture to create more meanings and to adjust the meanings you might already have, going back to the practice makes magic bit.
Yeah.
Build
Right
your
on.
lexicon.
I thought you just said take your electrolytes, and I was like, wait, Joe?
No, I
Okay.
have to do that later, but right now I just have a mango juice because I like mango juice.
Well, all right then.
Ooh. By the way, Nat did mention in the comments the extended book for Tarot for Light Years is 140% worth the money. Yeah, because I mean, like, there is a book that comes along with the deck, but there is a larger book which gets a little bit more in depth, and I think it's
Hardback.
it's well worth it. Yeah, we stand a good guidebook, especially a guidebook that's written by the artist that created the deck. You get so much more, I think, out of, like, not to shade the little white book writers who kind of make magic out of nowhere for some decks.
Yeah. Okay,
but
so something else that Nat said is Hillary's having some imposter syndrome issues today, which she doesn't deserve. Yeah, Hillary's amazing. We love our Hillary tapping and tarot, and she's awesome.
aw, guys,
You got this. You got this, kiddo.
my own tears.
Aw, not your tears.
Not my tears.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, go forth and practice, you guys. Like, don't give up on yourself just because you started. There's this great quote by Mary Robinette Kowal, and it goes perfectly with this card. In it, somebody asked her, how do you get so good at writing? I get really frustrated. And she's like, okay, so I'm a level 51 writer, right? So applying this to me, or a level 51 person. I've been alive for 51 years. I've been writing since I was like 18, right? So I'm a level 18 writer, but I'm only a level 10 author. I've only been writing professionally for 10 years. So that makes it different. I get nervous. I get like anxious about, am I doing it right? I get nervous about like missing deadlines and shit like that. Like, that's something I still need to work on, and I can do it and do it until I feel like I've got the process down right. But just because I've been around for 51 years doesn't mean I'm going to be expert out of the gate. You've got to practice. You've got to put the time in. And I love that this card exists, because we get so frustrated with ourselves, we just fucking quit.
We've said that before for a number of cards, where it's just like there's a visual of like someone mining, and he's like got this entire tunnel that he's mined through, and he can't see it, but it's like a sliver. He's just got a sliver left to take his pickaxe to, and then all of the jewels are on the other side. So just think about that as well when you're looking at the Eight of Pentacles. Like, it's just like, you might not know how close you actually are, but the Eight of Pentacles, it's the 8 for a reason. We've got only 2 more cards to go, and then the court cards in the Pentacles. So you've got 9, and then you've got 10 right afterwards. So you're very close. The Eight of Pentacles shows that.
God damn it. That's where I'm at. I'm like,
You're so close, Jamie.
I know I'm so
Mhm.
close. I'm so close. And yet I feel so far away from, everything that's going on in my life. If you have questions, just email me and I'll, talk. But, I ain't gonna air stuff online. But I like where this went. Like,
You do.
how many times can we repeat practice, 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 but I like
As
that.
many times as it gets to Carnegie Hall.
Yeah. Well, or you make your own magic, like
Right.
I'm going to be a 52-year-old person and I've been publishing I've been writing professionally since 20. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still
And
get
Nat says I get frustrated with myself sometimes, but then I have to remember I'm a level 1.75 tarot reader. And for being a level 1.75 tarot reader, I think I'm incredibly competent.
You
What?
really are.
You really
I'll be
are.
the judge of that, Nat. You have to read my cards for me and I'll judge you because that's what
Good
we
luck.
do.
Good luck. Bitch makes me cry. So good luck.
No,
Godspeed.
no,
All right, guys. Your homework is to pick up something that you put down. If it could be a hobby that you didn't think you were good enough at, it could be, Hillary, something that you really want to get better at, but it's frustrating. So you're like, fuck it. Like, I want you to pick something back up. So shut up, Hillary. You're doing it. You're doing it. So yeah, pick something back up and give it a shot.
Hillary's
See if
face.
you like it now.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I don't
Make
want
me.
to. I want to go me.
Well, you have shit to do, so we have to go, my darling.
Yeah.
Well,
for
thanks
joining us.
everyone for watching and for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you next week where we get read to filth.
Oh God.
Oh God.